Have you ever felt like the world is slowly shifting around you, without you? The phone doesn't ring as often. The invitations start to fade. And conversations with loved ones feel a little colder, a little more distant. If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. This quiet drift begins for many after the age of 70. But here's the catch: most people don't know why it's happening. And even fewer know how to stop it, before the silence becomes permanent. Maybe your friends have stopped visiting. Maybe your children are too busy to call back. Or maybe you've simply started feeling invisible. But what if I told you it's not just about how others treat you? It's also about the energy we bring into our relationships as we age. The habits we develop, the way we communicate, and how well we evolve with life, these things matter. Today, we're going to explore 7 key reasons why people may begin to drift away from you after 70, and more importantly, how to gently reverse the pattern. Because a few small changes can reignite connection, warmth, and joy in your later years. Let's begin. First, negative energy and chronic complaining. We all need to vent sometimes, it's human. But when every conversation turns into a list of complaints, it starts to wear people down. Even the most caring friends or family members can begin to pull back. Why? Because negativity is contagious. And according to neuroscience, the more we complain, the more our brain gets wired to see the world through a negative lens. It becomes second nature. This habit not only changes your mindset but also pushes people away, often without you realizing it. The good news? It's reversible. Shift your focus toward gratitude, warm memories, and even small future plans. People are naturally drawn to those who bring light into a room. A simple shift in tone can make conversations uplifting again, and draw people closer. Second, resisting change. As we age, there's a tendency to resist new things. Whether it's technology, social trends, or just fresh ways of thinking. But this resistance can create distance, especially between generations. You don't have to become an expert on every new gadget or social issue. But showing interest, asking questions, trying to learn, sends a powerful message. It says, I'm still here. I'm still curious. I'm still growing. As the Stoics once said, change is the only constant. Fighting it only creates tension. Embracing it, even in small ways, keeps you relevant, included, and respected. A simple willingness to participate, like joining a video call or learning a new app, can keep doors open that might otherwise quietly close. Third, becoming overly dependent on others. Support from family and friends is important. But when a relationship becomes one-sided, when you're always asking but rarely giving, it creates strain. Even the most loving children can begin to feel emotionally burdened. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual care. You don't need to be fully self-sufficient to maintain balance. Small gestures count. Ask about their lives. Express genuine interest. Say thank you often. When others feel seen and appreciated, the relationship becomes a two-way street. You're no longer someone they have to take care of, you're someone they want to spend time with. That difference is everything. Fourth, neglecting appearance and hygiene. This one may sound superficial, but it's far more than skin deep. Taking care of your hygiene and appearance sends a clear message. I value myself, and I value being part of this world. When self-care fades, others may interpret it as giving up, or losing interest in life. That can be uncomfortable for those around you, even if they don't say so out loud. You don't need to be stylish or flawless. Just clean, groomed, and put together in a way that shows you still care. That small effort can lift your self-esteem, and make social interactions more comfortable and pleasant for everyone. Looking good isn't about vanity, it's about vitality. When you treat yourself with dignity, others will too. Fifth, living only in the past. Your memories are gold. They're full of wisdom, meaning, and experience. But if every conversation turns into a history lesson, it can start to feel like you're no longer living in the present. You may not notice it, but others might begin to pull away, not out of disrespect, but because the conversation feels stuck. A good rule of thumb: for every story from the past, ask a question about the present. Show curiosity about your loved ones' lives, what they're doing, thinking, and feeling now. This not only keeps the dialogue flowing, it bridges the generational gap. And you'll find yourself having more vibrant, engaging conversations again. Remember, the past is your foundation. But the present is where connection happens. Sixth, withdrawing too much. It's easy to retreat into your own world, especially when energy runs low. But too much isolation quietly feeds loneliness. Say no too often to visits, calls, or invitations, and eventually, they stop coming. Loneliness doesn't always arrive with a bang. Sometimes, it tiptoes in while we're busy protecting our peace. And by the time we notice, the distance feels irreversible. Don't wait for others to pull you out. Say yes to the small things: a quick chat, a coffee meetup, a phone call. These tiny moments keep the thread of connection alive. Even brief social contact can shift your mood and remind others you're still very much a part of their world. Seventh, forgetting to show gratitude. This may be the simplest, yet most powerful habit. People want to feel appreciated. And a simple thank you, a thoughtful compliment, or a handwritten note can go a long way. Gratitude isn't just polite, it's magnetic. It makes people feel valued. It deepens bonds. And it makes you someone people are naturally drawn to. Kindness given freely is rarely forgotten. A grateful heart keeps your relationships warm, strong, and enduring. Here's the truth. Aging doesn't mean fading away. It doesn't mean being forgotten, invisible, or irrelevant. But it does mean we need to be more mindful of how we show up in the lives of others, and in our own. With just a few shifts, less complaining, more curiosity, renewed self-care, a touch of gratitude, you can reconnect. Not just with others, but with life itself. You still matter. And you still have so much to give. All it takes is a little intention, and the courage to open that door again.